Hey everybody, Craig Hester here with R2AWatches.com. Been a while since I've done a video, so well, there's a lot to talk about, but today we're focusing on one thing and one thing only, and that is the Berlin Wall watch now being in stock. Right up front, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure and hit like and subscribe. And if you are watching this on Facebook, look up our closed group that you have to ask to join, which is Vostok Europe Timepieces. And that is the most active group talking about our watches on Facebook by far. You can also like the page R2AWatches.com or the page Vostok Europe Timepieces. Excuse me, Vostok Europe USA, which is a page, not a group. Anyway, you want to do all that on social media so that you can keep up with what's going on with us. But today I'm talking about the fact that the Fall of the Berlin Wall watch is now in stock at R2A Watches. This is from Pranzius, our own brand, Pranzius, named for the Baltic ruler of time. There is so much to talk about in the Berlin Wall watch, or the Fall of the Berlin Wall watch as we have come to call it, so there's no confusion about what we mean when we talk about what this watch is all about. There is so much to talk about here. I can't possibly do it all in one video. We are excited to finally have the watches in stock. Pretty much everyone who pre-ordered should have it by now, or it's on the way to them, and we are excited to have done that. So I am going to focus on one aspect of the watch today, and that is what you get when you get the package. I'm going to take 20 seconds to say that this watch has actual pieces of the Berlin Wall in a see-through crown. They come from the AP reporter who was at the wall when it went down, a friend of mine for now coming up on 20 years, who provided the rocks and is doing the certificate of authenticity, which comes with the watch. The graffiti on the wall, 89 graffiti on the wall, 89 for the year, Brandenburg Gate on the back. Okay, if you haven't watched one of the other videos at R2A Watches or at Pranzius.com about this, there's a lot of detail out there about what the watch is all about. But right now, I'm going to go into what you get when you get the package of the Berlin Wall watch, or the Fall of the Berlin Wall watch, whatever you prefer to call it. Now, coming into the 30th anniversary year of the Fall of the Berlin Wall. So I'm going to switch gears and start showing you the specifics from a different point of view. So, first of all, what you need to know, or I want to point out right up front, is there are 4 styles of the Berlin Wall watch, and there are 2 possible movements of the watch. But let's start with the cosmetically different types of watches that are available in the Fall of the Berlin Wall watch. Okay, first of all, we did it in 2 sizes. There's the 48 and the 42. So if you're somebody who really likes bigger watches, we hope that the 48 will satisfy your need for a bigger watch. If you're someone who likes smaller watches, we hope that the 42 will work. We realize that we can't please everybody in this area, but we tried our best by having 2 different sizes, and both have been popular. The other big difference between the 2 watches, one has the full color graffiti on it. You can see it here in this one in the 48, and one has the etched graffiti on it. Now, I want to point out again, this is the actual graffiti on the east side gallery that is still standing, 1.5 kilometers of the wall in Berlin. I'm going to try not to belabor points about the history of the watch, but the east side gallery is getting a portion of the proceeds from the sale of the Fall of the Berlin Wall watch, and that's why you see that. This one is, so you have etched, you have colored. If you want to go really bold, you've got the full color, which is the actual color of the graffiti on the wall. And if you want to still have the great history of the watch, but you're not into having something that has a lot of color on your wrist, you've got this nice etched version. I want to tell you, we could not be happier with how the final production turned out. They are even far better than the prototypes. I mean, the graffiti in the etched one, it just turned out so dark and rich. I mean, because Ken Shiban is such a fantastic photographer, the prototypes, he really was able to pull the Berlin out. But the truth is, the final production, the etched, really turned out great. And the color is a lot richer in the colored version, in the final version. There you see the actual pieces of the wall. By the way, this is one that I just pulled right out of stock. Was not, I didn't just grabbed one, and you can see the pieces of the wall there. It will vary. I want everybody to understand that. I can't guarantee you how many pieces you're going to get. This was all hand done. I broke up all these pieces by hand myself. You can see the video on YouTube. So I can't tell you exactly how many pieces you would get, but there will be legitimate and certified pieces of the Berlin Wall in the crown that you can see. Now, we also have two movements. You can do the 28-24 Swiss ETA movement, and that one will get you an exhibition case back where you can see the movement. That is really the only way visually you're going to know whether you got, this happens to be number one, whether you got the Swiss ETA version or whether you got the NH35, because the NH35 version, oh, that's not one, that's also Swiss ETA. Let's see, 48. This one is an NH35, has an etched case back. We actually didn't put Swiss movement on the watch because we made the decision to do the Swiss movements so late in the process there was really no time or place to put that. So that's how you'll know the difference. Now, what comes with the packages? That is really important because I want you to know what you are getting when you pick up the Berlin Wall. First of all, the base package, or whatever you want to refer to it as, the standard package is going to come with this leather strap. It's going to come with another leather strap with a nylon upper, okay, in terms of straps. Now, then you can also get a package that includes the bracelet, okay? Stainless steel bracelet with what we're calling a pre-aged plating. Different people call it different things, but we've referred to it as pre-aged. We kind of wanted the plating to look a little like stone, to speak to the wall, and to look like this was maybe an older watch that you actually may have picked up in 1989. You can also notice that the 89 on the dial is flip-flopped. 8 and 9 are flip-flopped, and we did this. We put only 8 and 9 on the wall, on the watch, because that was the year of the wall coming down, and the limited edition numbers are out of 1989. Okay, every one, and just forgive me while I do this very crudely here, but every watch comes with, and you're really not going to see it here, but every watch comes with this 4-watch, and that is really bad focus. Okay, it comes with this 4-watch holder. All right, whether you get 1, 2, 3, or 4 Berlin Wall watches, you're going to get this leatherette 4-watch travel case that comes with it, with the Pramsius logo on the outside. And up here, and you can see I didn't actually put the stuff in there, is the place for your extra straps. And then you get 2 changing tools. See just how much I can bounce this camera around while I do this. You get 2 changing tools. And the reason for that is you're going to need one on each side of the watch. If you want to change the strap out, you're going to hold one side and turn the other. We're actually also including some extra screws automatically with every watch, just in case you were to lose a screw and you don't have, of course I've got plenty of screws loose all the time, but just in case you were to lose a screw from the watch, you'll already have extras. So it's going to come with the 2 changing tools, okay? It's important to note that the 2 ends of the changing tool are actually the 2 sizes. So it doesn't matter which size watch you get, the 42 or the 48, the same changing tool is going to come with, and you just, the smaller size is if you got the 42, and the larger is if you got the 48. Okay, so you're going to get it in this really nice leatherette case. If you only got the leather strap version, then there'll be an additional strap up here in the leather with the nylon upper. If you picked up the bracelet, it's going to be up in the top as well. Obviously, the watch is going to be on one of the pillows. Another thing that comes with this, with every Follow the Berlin Wall watch, is the book. Berlin Wall, Moments in Time. I'm hand signing all of them. This tells the story of how we put together this watch, the history of it, my relationship with John Gaps, our relationship with the East Side Gallery. It's really cool. I'm so excited that we were actually able to put together a book in relation to this. So you're going to get the book. So every package, whether you get the leather or the bracelet, you're going to get the 4-watch holder, the 2 strap changing tools, and the book. Again, and of course, the final remaining option is which movement you choose. Do you want the NH35 Seiko, the workhorse from Seiko Japan, or do you want the 2824 Swiss ETA movement? Okay, and that is the only difference in terms of the movement, is one is Swiss, one is Japanese. It's really a matter of taste. I did a blog post on r2awatches.com if you want to see some of the differences between these movements and why you may choose one over the other. If you're interested in that and you don't already know a lot about both of these movements. I will tell you the most limited stock we have is in the Swiss and not in the NH35, and that's not necessarily because the Swiss has sold better than the NH35. It's just we didn't make as many. It's a more expensive watch. So there you have it. This is what you get in the package. I'm going to be doing some more videos over the coming weeks, going through in greater detail the specifics about the watch. I could talk about this watch all day. There is so much to talk about here. I could easily do a 20-30 minute video about it. But this tells you what's going to come in your package, and it tells you that they're here at r2awatches.com. We also hope to be having them soon on Ideal TV in the UK with Kevin Reynolds, and we are in negotiations with a distributor in Singapore. So we are really excited about what has happened so far with the Fall of the Berlin Wall watch. We're excited to have them in stock, and we hope to get one on your wrist soon if you don't already have one. I'm Craig Hester with R2A Watches, the Pranzius Watch Company, Vostok Europe, Stramansky, and all kinds of other things that make me sound more important than I am. Till next time, hey, keep watching.